Hello and welcome to my Employability in Sports Media Assessment 2. This one is all about my work placement, which was at Huddersfield Town. My name is Jude Dufton. Throughout this presentation, we will have the introduction, then we'll move on to personal, career and academic development, then my MIS choice, then an action plan, followed by my appendixes and any references. First of all, for my work experience, it was simple for me to choose what to do and who to contact. I first got the idea to do my work experience at Huddersfield Town, HTAFC, through one of my course lecturers. It was then easy for me to email and ask about the possibility of doing any work experience. You can see evidence of this in Appendix 1. After an interview via Teams with the head of media at HTAFC, Raj Baines, I was able to work at the training ground every Monday. My role would have me working on a variety of different articles such as previews, or I was also tasked to do commercial/marketing articles such as sales of any kinds on kits and merchandise. You can see evidence of these articles in appendixes 2.1 through to 2.5. This presentation will give a clear idea about the impact my work experience has had on my skills, personality and my future career. It will also allow me to reflect upon the experience and influence how I think about my future, both on the course going forward and afterwards when looking for employment. The reflective process that I will use throughout this presentation is Borton's process of reflection from 1970. This is because it's easier to follow. There are 3 steps where you ask yourself different questions. Step 1 involves asking yourself the question of what you have done and what you have seen and what you are trying to achieve. The second stage of questions is how you felt in the moment and what's changed since then. Finally, the third stage is where you ask yourself what it all means and what you have learned because of these experiences. Workplace experience will complement your academic studies by providing another way of learning outside the classroom. It will also provide you with crucial knowledge, skills and personal attributes that employers look for, according to Emerald Publishing. Onto personal development, and as you can see from appendixes 2.1 to 2.5, you can see that whilst I was mainly limited to writing articles for my placement, I had to do a wide variety of articles, from previews to commercial pieces or writing about match days. The traits that I have improved upon, such as discipline, organisation and teamwork to name a few, have been because of the work I've had to do, and so my work placement has had an impact on my personal development. You can see my personal development journal in Appendix 3.1. With the different articles, I had to make sure that I was on time each day, giving me the best chance to complete each day's work. This has also helped to reduce stress on myself, the team and the head of media, as they know they can count on me being punctual and completing the work to a professional standard. Being disciplined also meant that I was punctual and completed my work to the standard it needed to be. Such employees climb success ladder quickly, according to Management Study Guide. Also, working in a team was vital because at times I'll be working with somebody to write the article or need to ask somebody about the article. Teamwork is a vital skill as it helps a team become efficient and productive, as well as make people stress less, according to my future in 2021. To keep these strengths further into my career, I'll have to implement them into my everyday life. This will benefit me on a professional and personal level. Onto career development, and my work experience has given me more insight into what a future career in working for a club could hold. Before my work placement, I wasn't very keen on working for a club. Since my work placement, I am even more certain about not wanting to go and work for a club. Work experience does help to find the right career for individuals, according to Birmingham University, and this placement has been no different for me. However, the nature of my work placement has meant that I haven't practiced a wide range of skills. The skills and content production that I enjoy the most at university are audio and video production. I've not been able to practice any of these skills at my work placement, meaning that I can't entirely rule out working for a club, as there may still be an aspect I'd enjoy. Also, each club is different. My experience at HCAFC might have been completely different if I was doing it at Liverpool or Leeds, for example. This again means that I can't rule out working for a club completely, which is one negative from my work placement. My personal development also links to my career development, which you can see in Appendix 3.2. The effects of being more organised and disciplined are increased productivity and improved performance, according to my tools. This will also help me further on in my career. Onto academic development, and my work experience has also had an impact on this. By improving such skills such as my writing, I can implement this into my university work. I feel as though my writing has improved since starting my work placement, and hopefully I will see this with the results I get. Examples of this would be my PR for Journalists course and Sports and News Day modules. For the news days, we had to bring a new story every week, including audio or video files, as well as an interview where we could pull quotes from. The experience for my placement meant that I was able to find a way to put the article together the way I wanted it to. This meant I was more efficient and quicker when writing, allowing me to meet my deadlines easier. For my PR module, we had to communicate with press officers. My work experience also made me more confident when doing this, again making it easier for me to complete the assessments. I also feel that similarly to my personal development, having to show up at a specific time and having to complete the set work to a certain standard has made me more disciplined, which helps me with my work. This is also a useful skill in general life, and it will help me with job opportunities in the future. Academic development provides students with goals and skills that will help them to achieve personal success later in life, according to study.com in 2022. However, writing is one aspect of journalism that I'm less interested in. So by only improving this skill, I'm not improving areas of journalism that interest me and that I want to go into in the future. This again shows that my work placement was not as effective as it could have been. For our MIS project, it involves producing one piece of content, either a 15-minute documentary or a 30-minute podcast about a topic of our choosing. Whilst I'm unsure what I will do this on, my work experience has made little impact. Because of the work I do with my work placement, I haven't really had any extra experience with audio or film content. This could and should have been something for me to look at when choosing my work placement, as any form of experience would be helpful when it comes to my MIS project. However, I already have quite a bit of experience working with audio and video, which I feel will help me massively when producing this content I want to do. As part of the course, we have had to work with video and audio projects before, and I found them fun and something that interests me. This is where a work placement, which involves one or both these things, would have been very useful for me. However, some of the traits that have improved because of my work experience will also help me be more organised, disciplined, confident in my own work, and more of a team player will help me to produce a better piece of work and quicker, which is very important. Overall, I would say that my MIS project is in better shape because of my work placement, even though I didn't get any work experience in that area. Working in a field that I want to go into in the future will always benefit me, even if I'm not practicing the very skills I know I want to use in the future. Onto my action plan, and going forward, I've reflected on the skills and traits that I've improved at my work placement. I've also been able to identify areas where I wasn't able to improve due to the nature of my placement. I will then use this to touch upon areas I want to develop and what this could mean going forward into my final year in the future employment after I leave university. I will go into further detail of these aspects and create SMART targets: smart, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. If I achieve these goals, then I will improve my skills. These goals will also allow me to review my progress, which will allow me to create an action plan further on down the line. By tracking my progress, it will also help me to review my goals in the future and then create new ones. This again will be helpful in the future and allow me to review where I am, where I want to be, and what it will take for me to get to where I want to be. Setting SMART goals means you can clarify your ideas, focus your efforts, use your time and resources productively, and increase your chances of achieving what you want in life according to Mind Tools. Using this SMART criteria, I will set myself 3 goals for the next year until I leave university. One of these goals is to try and get more experience working for a club/company in commentary and explaining matches in any sport, and to make contacts in these areas. The start date for this SMART goal is May 2023 and the end date is May 2024 when I leave university. The objective is to gain more experience commentating on sports of all types, from football to rugby or tennis or cricket, to make connections into different sports that will help me later on when I'm looking for employment, experience or references for my CV. I'll know when I've completed this by commentating on matches and securing good contacts and references from trusted people in the field who can offer me their help if I need it. I will achieve this by emailing different clubs and companies to see if there is any space for commentary and meeting with people who will be able to offer me these opportunities. Meeting with course leaders and lecturers, also seeing if they can give me any help will also help me to achieve this goal. My second SMART goal is to try and get a first in my university grades and modules in my third year. Start date for this is September 2023 and the end date is again when I leave university in May 2024. The objective is to get all the best possible grades I can in all university modules, which will make my CV stand out and improve my skills moving forward. I'll know when I've completed this, when I complete my work and feel that is at a standard that is the best I can produce, and then subsequently when I get my results back later on in the year. To achieve this, I will have to work harder both in and out of lectures and ask for more feedback from lecturers. Using experience I've gained at my placement and my first 2 years at university to make the most out of my skills and improve them. My final SMART target goal is to try and broaden my skill set to accommodate for different potential jobs and different forms of journalism, and also to get first in my MIS project. The start date for this target is again September 2023 and the end date is again May 2024. The objective is to increase the quality of skills I already have and improve other skills that are lacking so I can fit into a broader field of work, opening up my employment options. Also, to work hard on my MIS project so I can showcase my ability in either video or audio production. I'll know when I've completed this because by the end of the third year I'll be more comfortable producing different types of content, and this content will be at a professional standard, helping me to increase my portfolio. To achieve this, I will have to work harder over the summer and my final year to make myself better at writing, filming, editing and interviewing and a variety of other skills. Also, seeking feedback from lecturers so they can comment on where I need to improve and act upon this feedback will help me. Appendix 1. This is the evidence that I did indeed contact Rose Baines at the media office to see if I can get my work placement at Huddersfield Town. Appendixes 2.1 through to 2.5 are all examples of work that I've produced, such as previews, which I've shown in 2.1 and 2.2, to more commercial pieces for the promotion office, which you can see in 2.3, 2.4 and 2.5. Moving on into appendixes 3.1 through to 3.4, these are the journals for my personal development, my career development and my academic development, as well as one about my MIS choice. And finally, these are the references that I've used throughout this presentation to inform me on any information. Thanks for watching.